Hello everyone, this is H to the Husky here, and I'm going to be casting game number trace between IdrA in the bottom left side, and his opponent is going to be Liquid Tyler in the top right side. Now, we are all tied up at 1-1, so this is game number 3. Whoever wins this game, I know I'm great at math, is going to be up 2-1, which means we are guaranteed to at least see 5 games. Is that correct? If I am doing my amazing math skills that I was just bragging about correctly. So we are going to see at least 5 games. There will be no 4-0 sweep in this series, so that's kind of cool, as I did worry that NonY wouldn't be able to give IdrA a run for his money, but so far they are neck and neck, so I can't wait for this game to get underway. I really love this map, Xel'Naga Caverns. It just seems like there's a lot of good games on this one. Now, one thing to mention is that the expansion on this map is, number one, it's really far away from your hatchery. So Zerg players, 1 creep tumor there. I think they need a second one down here, and about 3 creep tumors before you can get down to your expansion there. And also, this comes into play for both players, is that there is an entrance over here. Oops, computer had a little issue there. But yeah, there's a second entrance here that you can run your units through, as well as the 2 entrances here, and then even later in the mid-late game, these rocks can be destroyed. So you really got to be careful guarding this expansion. There's so many places to hide proxy pylons, but also against your opponent, there's also a lot of ways you can run Zerglings into that natural. So unlike Lost Temple, you will never see Protoss put buildings down here on the low ground, just because they're not going to guard anything. If you put buildings right here, oh great, you're guarding a gas geyser, fantastic. And so it doesn't really do anything for you. So again, Tyler known for getting out, basically for practicing for show matches and coming out with crazy builds and just basically using them against his opponent. And so I'm always interested to watch his Protoss versus Zerg, and really any of his show matches, because he prepares for them so heavily that it's always good to see what builds he has planned for his opponent and if his opponent can react accordingly. Now, it does look like IdrA going to be getting that spawning pool before his hatchery, probably just because of those Zerglings on this map. The early Zerglings are really, really good, because not only are there 2 watchtowers in the center that you can grab that basically lets you see the entire center of the map. It's like the Orion's belt of the map, but also you can prevent your opponent from expanding for quite a while, simply because of those reasons that I was talking about. So Tyler probably going to be going for more one-base play here, simply because this map is so difficult to secure that expansion quickly. It does look like the Zealot is out now. Usually what I like to do is, if the drone's in their base, put the Zealot right here and then chase it with your Stalker once it's out. However, good players will click through the minerals and they will run through the Zealot there, but it is going to escape right there, so the Zealot is going to go boom right there at the entrance and be put on hold position, I am sure, and that drone will once again, maybe this is the same drone, who's like, great, I just got sliced again, this job is absolutely miserable. So the Stalker's got to run out here to try and get the drone. The Stalkers are really, really quick, but that drone is going to escape, it looks like. And NonY needs to be really, really careful here not to lose this Stalker to any stray Zerglings. However, there are not that many on the field, and he hasn't backed him out yet, as he is chasing these. This is really dangerous. You want to be careful. I know that NonY knows how many units there are right now on the field, but as a normal player, you want to be really, really careful doing this, because your Stalker will get sniped, and it can be very, very frustrating. Now, it looks like he's even going to shoot the Queen. He's treating the Stalker almost like a Reaper, trying to do some harassment here, although 4 Zerglings is enough to take it out, but it looks like he's going to continue to do this. Do note, though, that the Twilight Council is on the way. It just now finished, and Blink has begun. So he's being very, very aggressive with these 2 Stalkers right here. He could actually go for that Creep Tower if he wanted. That would be a nuisance. He did get that. Rarely will you see that in Protoss versus Zerg, and this is almost like the early Reaper harass so far from what we're seeing. So IdrA, oh, that is such a big deal that he was able to get that Creep Tumor, because now these Stalkers can be that much more annoying, especially once they get the Blink. And if he kills that Queen, that is just the biggest cry fest ever for IdrA. But it looks like these Warp Gates have completed now. The 3rd gateway just finishing. Notice how he's leaving his Zealot behind here to prevent any kind of Zergling run by it. Wisely, he is going to back out here. He did force IdrA onto that Zergling speed. There is going to be a Roach Warren. Not the ideal choice, I would say, against Blink Stalkers, but he could make it work. Now, there is going to be 4, now 5 Stalkers, and I think if IdrA can get up here to see that there's 3 gateways, he'll know exactly what's going on. He does have an Overlord over here on the right side. I want to mention it. Wait, is IdrA going to try and do a run by? He's going to try. I think it's not going to work, though. Trying to snipe that Zealot, but it looks like he's going to kill 1 Zergling right there. Anyways, notice the positioning of this Twilight Council, because he knows there's going to be an Overlord right here, and the chances of there being an Overlord right here very slim. And so this is like the the safest place that he could put that Twilight Council to hide his tech as long as possible. Now he is moving out here. One Overlord safely, it almost looks like a swimming pool just kind of floating over here in the center. There's going to be a lot of Stalkers here, and he can warp these Stalkers down on the low ground to reinforce this as quickly as possible without having a proxy pylon. However, he will be putting down a pylon probably near the high yield expansion. Yep, right here. This is a common place to put. You just want to be careful that you don't let that pylon die, because if you have to fall back, you will lose that pylon. So it looks like he's going to attack right here. I don't know what IdrA has prepared. It is a bunch of Zerg. He's got to try and get us around right here, which is exactly what he's doing, but it looks like Tyler's actually warping the weakened ones onto the ground. IdrA needs to back out, and cannot attack that directly. And once the pylon finishes, he will have vision up here and can use these Stalkers to blink up there. So now the army size is going to be very, very scary here. 67, though, it actually is favoring IdrA, but he does not have enough roaches. And so here comes the attack right now. The Zerg is trying to do as much damage as possible. The Stalkers are slowly blinking back there. Good control from NonY to keep all of his Stalkers alive and kill a lot of Zerglings. I feel like we're in a paintball arena with the red splatters everywhere. It does look like IdrA, though, able to get out a bunch of units. One Stalker does go down. The Zerglings trying to do as much damage as possible. I don't know if there's going to be enough. A lot of the Stalkers are weakened. We are seeing them die left and right. Is this going to be enough? That one just barely blinking out in time, and they blinking over here to do as much damage to these roaches as possible. Focus firing down the roaches as best he can. That is what that little red arrow is, and it looks like IdrA is going to not win this battle whatsoever. He's running over here to try and kill those Stalkers. He's trying to focus down the weakened ones, but good control from NonY. So far able to keep all of these Stalkers alive. IdrA did not have enough to deal with this. Possibly could have used a Spine Crawler or something on defense, but I think a lot of it came down to attacking that army and not backing out quickly enough, and now he can just blink away from all these units. A couple of Stalkers is going down. However, IdrA is going to GG, and we are just going to watch the unsolicited slaughter of workers here with those Stalkers, and this Stalker is just going to sit here shooting for a while until we wait for the spectator to leave, which there he goes right there. So a great game there from Tyler, able to use those Blink Stalkers to great effect. Did not surprise me to see him go a one-base play on this map, simply for the reasons I explained, and he always left the Zealot behind. I think this is the original Zealot that has been there since the beginning. He is the doorkeeper, the great gatekeeper of NonY's base. So right now, I cannot believe it. Tyler is actually up 2-1, so he is 2 games away from the grand prize of $400. Again, I know it's $400, but it just was labeled as prize, 400. So it could be 400 high fives, 400 pats on the back, or 400 Lamborghini. So anyways, that is that. We're going to go on to game number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.